Today's video, I want to talk about the Michael Jackson leaving Neverland documentary. I know I've seen a few people ask me if I could please do a video about it. Obviously, I was going to do a video about it like I am right now. So here it is. I haven't seen the documentary on HBO. Matter of fact, I don't even bother, nor do I want to see the documentary about Michael Jackson, because I feel that the man obviously is innocent and he's not a pedophile and he didn't, sexually abuse any children like some people or even the media likes to think so. I'm not even comfortable even bother watching the documentary. The same with that R. Kelly documentary. Oh, my goodness. I heard that documentary was a hot mess. So, a lot of people, the media is just going after Michael Jackson and R. Kelly. R. Kelly had that one interview with Gayle King where he saw himself on camera. He asked her, do they got the camera on me? It was a hot mess. Oh, my goodness. And, Bill Cosby, he's in jail. The man is blind. And I know Saturday Night Live did a skit on the R. Kelly interview with Gayle King. Kenan Thompson portraying as R. Kelly. But, it's sad that to this day and almost the 10th death anniversary until Michael Jackson and Farrah Fawcett's death anniversary coming in June. Yes, that's right. Some people tend to forget about Farrah Fawcett. I understand she wasn't Michael Jackson, but still, she died on June 25th, just like him. So they both should be remembered. But anyways, it's almost been 10 years since the King of Pop passed away. And 10 years later, people still feel that this man was a pedophile and was a child molester. It's like this man can't even rest. I mean, Jermaine Jackson even told people, he was on the Good Morning Britain show, and he was just doing an interview with two people, and he was telling them that they need to leave Michael alone. Just like that one guy on YouTube telling him, leave Britney alone, Britney Spears alone. How about you leave Michael Jackson alone? Leave Michael alone. But it's like they don't want to. And it's just sad. That's why I did a video about how people, mainly the celebrities, have been loved more ever since they passed away. It's like now Michael Jackson is not being loved even after death. Ever since Whitney Houston passed away, nobody didn't say anything negative about Whitney, as they did when she was alive. The same with Amy Winehouse. Ever since Amy Winehouse passed away, nobody has said anything negative about them after their deaths. And that's a good thing. I'm glad that they haven't. Let Whitney and Amy rest. And they were doing the same thing with Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, nobody said negative about him. I mean, a few people still have made jokes about him and still claiming that he was a child molester and a pedophile. But it's like it's gotten worse now 10 years later, where they're back on his case to prove to the world that he was a child molester and a pedophile. And it's effed up. And it's like, why are they doing this now in the year 2019? And I find it messed up because Michael Jackson, unfortunately, is not alive to defend himself. Okay? And I'm sure they did documentaries about Michael when he was alive. And he always said that he would never even bother touching or being interested into sexually or harming a child. That wasn't him. But it seems like even when he did defend himself, it's like people weren't buying it. It's like he was just talking crap. He didn't know what he's talking about. And it's like they didn't believe him. It's like, how you not going to believe the man? You really think the man is lying straight to your face that he actually believed that he was a pedophile and a child molester? Really? I wish he was alive to continue defending himself. But it seems like it doesn't matter. They still going to bring him down regardless. But it's messed up to do it after his death. And it's obviously for money. It's all about the money. That's why they doing this Leaving Neverland documentary. All about the money. Especially because he was a rich, successful black man. And I think that some people who are racist or have something against about black people that tend to be wealthy and are so rich, it's like they have a problem with that. And it's like, why are you going to have a problem with a black man or a black person in general that is very wealthy and successful as anybody else who's not black? So these accusers, Wade Robson and James Safechuck, yeah, these are the accusers who just came out stating that Michael sexually abused them. Why are they coming out now? Why didn't you guys come out years ago? Sounds like it's for the money. Yep. These two got some nerve. Obviously, the Jackson family are not happy about this. I think the Jackson family sued HBO for the Leaving Neverland documentary. Matter of fact, well, how about they sue Oprah and Gayle King for this nonsense? Now, here's my thing. They got the nerve to get on Michael Jackson, assuming that he was a child molester and pedophile. Now, the R. Kelly thing, that's a whole nother story. R. Kelly, I don't know what's wrong with the man, but the dude needs help, okay? This is the same guy that married Aaliyah when she was 14 years old. All right? Not to mention, he has obviously has had underage sex with teenage girls. And I heard that there's a video where he like urinates on a teenage girl. That's disgusting. Who the hell does that? That's nasty. That's like somebody urinating in somebody's mouth for sexual pleasures. That's disgusting. That type of crap where you're urinating for sexual pleasures, I'm sorry. That should be banned. That should be against the law. Or that's like somebody doing a video where they taking a dump on somebody's head. Like, what's wrong with people? I'm sorry. Now, the R. Kelly thing, that's a whole nother story. There's a reason why the Boondocks made a video about the whole R. Kelly thing. And there was the one scene where they show R. Kelly urinate on a teenage girl. But everybody, let him scot-free with his singing, and everybody just can't help but clap and praise R. Kelly. It's like, really? This is what we're seeing now in reality. But these guys have the nerve to get on Michael Jackson. What about the other celebrities that are white and that have been known as pedophiles or child molesters? Like, for instance, Jerry Lee Lewis. No, not the Jerry Lewis, not the late Jerry Lewis that was in the original Nutty Professor movie, etc. Not him. He wasn't no child molester or pedophile. I'm talking about Jerry Lee Lewis. This guy married his 13-year-old cousin. Not to mention, he implicated in the deaths of 2 of his 6 wives and shot his bass player. Why did he shoot his bass player? And also, why did this man marry his 13-year-old cousin? Ew! It's your cousin. You married family. Who marries their cousin? What? Why would he marry his cousin? That's like somebody marrying a brother or sister. No. No. Have they done any documentaries about him? Have they done any allegations about him? No. Paul Walker. I hate to say this. It's sad what happened to Paul Walker, how he died tragically. It sucks that his daughter, Meadow, lost her father, and his girlfriend at the time of his death, Jasmine. But apparently, from what I read, Paul Walker was sexually into underage relationships with teenage girls. And speaking of Jasmine, you guys remember Jasmine? The woman that Paul Walker was supposed to marry at the time of his death, or they planned on getting married. There's Jasmine with the glasses. Apparently, Paul Walker and Jasmine, they met and actually dated back in 2006 when Jasmine was 16. Paul Walker was 33. So they met each other 7 years before he died. That don't sound right, okay? She was still a child in high school, 16. Paul Walker's 33. Okay? It's like, why couldn't Paul Walker just wait until she was 18 to start dating her? You mean to tell me he couldn't wait until she was 18? She only had 2 years left till she was 18. What, he couldn't wait that long? Now, there's also about Elvis Presley. Now, a lot of people claim that Elvis was a pedophile, especially since he met Priscilla Presley when she was 14 years old. Now, they dated, but they didn't have sex with each other until they got married in May of 1967. And then 9 months later, that's when Lisa Marie Presley was brought into the world on February 1st, 1968. I've read something I think once he met Priscilla, Elvis' relationships with young women were pointed in his love life. According to somebody named Reuben Fine, Elvis quickly became attached to teenage girls. Not attracted, but attached. And apparently he loved to have them wearing white panties in bed with him. He didn't have sex with them because Elvis described that as jailbait. And then somebody by the name of Brent D. Taylor stated that Elvis' closest female relationships were usually with young girls of around 13 or 14, ending as they reached their late teens. Again, he didn't have sex with these young girls, but he did have like pajama parties, pillow fights, and indulged in girl talk. And he did girl talk with his mother. When Elvis's mother died, Gladys, he took that hard. Okay, the man was crying like a baby. So Elvis was attracted to younger women, not teenage girls, attracted to young women. And he felt comfortable with the adults and girls because Elvis was insecure. That's why he felt he needed younger girls. And he was overly attached to his mother and could not relate normally to mature women. Presumably, Presley sought out very young girls because he felt threatened by women who were older. So that's why Elvis was into the more younger women instead of the more mature women. Now, I know some of you are probably thinking, even though Elvis didn't have sex with these teenage girls, he was attached to them. Some of you guys probably thinking that seems a bit uncomfortable and weird for him to love for them wearing white panties in bed with him. So I get that. But here's my thing. If you're going to be doing these allegations about Michael Jackson, then why don't you do allegations about the other people who are white and are considered pedophiles and child molesters? If you're going to do these allegations on Michael Jackson, then why don't you do the same about Paul Walker and Jerry Lee Lewis? All right? And what really pisses me off is that Oprah is involved in the Leaving Neverland documentary. Oprah. Yes, the same Oprah Winfrey. I'm like, Oprah, how could you? Really, Oprah? Seriously? What are you doing? Oprah's something else. I don't know what's going on with her. Oprah. I know one of my videos, I said I would smash Oprah because she give away free stuff. That's a hard pass now. After what she did behind the whole Michael Jackson Leaving Neverland documentary, pass. I don't care if you give away free stuff. Oprah, what the hell? And that Gayle King seemed like she had tripped too.
Some would say, though, guys, it's hard for you to sit here and say the documentary isn't telling the truth when you haven't seen the documentary. Shouldn't you see the documentary,
I don't
Jackie?
care to say no, because I know my brother. I don't have to see the documentary. I know Michael. I'm the oldest brother. I know my brother. I know what he stood for, what he was all about, bringing the world together, making kids happy.
Why the hell would they want to watch a documentary about their late brother being accused of sexually abusing children? Gayle King is not part of the Jackson family. Jermaine, Marlon, and Tito, they known Michael Jackson better than anybody has ever had. They know their brother. And they know that Michael did not do all those things, and he's innocent. You don't, Gayle King. And then she's going to bring up, yeah, but so you still defend him despite you not being there? They don't have to be there to know that they obviously know from their heart that Michael didn't do it. Okay? I see what you're trying to do, Gayle King.
And look, I understand as a family, they want to defend and protect him. But one thing that stood out to me watching the documentary is how alone Michael Jackson seemed, right? You didn't see the family around him. In fact, he viewed these boys as family. So that doesn't necessarily work with what they're saying.
Who does this chick think she is, talking about it doesn't necessarily work with their saying? Girl, shut up and stay in your lane. She needs to get called out. We can't let people like her get away with this. Now, Macaulay Culkin, who was friends with Michael Jackson, and Corey Feldman, they were good friends with Michael. They came out saying that they defended Michael. But this is what pisses me off. Corey Feldman, Apparently he changed his mind saying that he can no longer defend Michael. Corey Feldman, dude, what are you doing? You defended Michael all those years. Now you turn around talking about, no, I can't defend Michael. I have to admit he was a pedophile. What? Why? And I bet it was probably some racist white people, especially ones who are against homosexuality. They probably saw Corey as a sellout. So they probably pointed fingers at him saying, oh, you're such a Igor lover. You're a pedophile and a homosexual, just like Michael Jackson. Sellout. He's not a sellout because he defended Michael Jackson. Disappointed Corey Feldman. He gonna let them change his mind saying that Michael Jackson was a pedophile and he can't defend him? Dude, who cares? You should ignore them. Forget about what they think. They don't know a damn thing. You continue sticking up for him. Don't just stop defending him because of people think you differently and think you a sellout. Who cares? That's on them. Come on, Corey Feldman, think. And Michael Jackson wasn't no pedophile. And why do people think he was a homosexual? Even if he was, who cares? He's the king of pop. He wasn't no homosexual. He loved women. He dated Brooke Shields. He was married to Lisa Marie Presley, for crying out loud. He had a crush on Diana Ross. Probably somebody ignorant probably gonna say, oh, well, if that's the case, how come his relationships and marriages didn't work out with those women? Because it's life, man. It happens. Sometimes relationships work. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes marriages last a long time. Sometimes they don't. And this documentary is so bad that I heard that somebody from The Simpsons, they got rid of the episode where Michael Jackson was on that episode. The happy birthday, Lisa. Lisa, it's your birthday. Man, that's a classic right there. But apparently somebody got rid of that episode all because of the Leaving Neverland documentary. I'm like, are you serious? Really? So you're going to get rid of that episode? What? Are you starting to believe the allegations? Somebody from The Simpsons are starting to believe that they think Michael Jackson was a no good child molester and a pedophile? Really? If that's the case, stop believing what the media and all this crap out here on the internet has to say. What is wrong with you? I feel bad for Michael Jackson. I know for a fact that he is rolling in his grave. He's going to continue rolling in his grave with everybody trying to come out saying he's a pedophile and a child molester, all because of money. He's rolling in his grave because of that Leaving Neverland documentary. He's rolling his grave because Oprah thinking he was a pedophile and what Gayle King is doing and all this crap. The man's going to keep rolling his grave. There's no justice for him. He deserves justice. These people do not want him to rest. And it's sad. It truly is sad. And Oprah got some nerve to get on him. But I heard Oprah is friends with Harvey Weinstein, who, from what I heard, is a pedophile himself. And people have gotten on her and bashed her about being friends with the guy who is considered a pedophile. I mean, if you look at this guy, he does seem like he could be a up to no good pedophile based on his appearance. I mean, let's be real. And what's even crazy is that this guy, Doug Hutchinson, he married this woman named Courtney Stodden. When they got married, Courtney was a teenager. She's like, what, 15 or 16 years old? This dude is way older than her. She was born in 1994. He was born in 1960. This grown-ass man marrying a teenager. I mean, they divorced now, but still, it's, what? What grown man marries a teenager? That's still a child. What's going on? I'm sick and tired of this, man. That's all I got to say about this whole Michael Jackson Leaving Neverland documentary. Tell me your thoughts. Have you seen the documentary? If you haven't, do you even bother seeing a documentary? I'm sure you don't. What are your thoughts on Oprah being a part of this? What Gayle King has to say? Accusers. How do you feel about Michael Jackson not getting any rest and being treated like this?
What are your thoughts on that HBO documentary that came out that has...
I haven't seen it. I don't know why somebody needs to dig him up and blast him or let him rest.
If you found out any of the allegations against him were indeed true, to what extent would it change your opinion of him?
Now let him rest. He can't defend himself.